hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday, as usual. And I'm going to do another book review today. I got through another book, and this one is Faces at the Bottom of the Well by Derek Bell. Derek Bell was a lawyer, a civil rights lawyer. He was one of the, I think, instrumental figures in desegregating schools and that kind of stuff. And he was a Harvard professor. Harvard Law. And this book is it's a collection of 9 short stories or essays, kind of whatever you want to call them. And I liked this book. I thought that it was I thought it was really informative. I thought it really explored concepts that in more of a communicative way. It sort of invited you into his conversations in the book, and I enjoyed that. And it wasn't all just like this one-sided barrage of this is the way things are, or this is the way I view things. It was more of a discussion, and he often took both sides of the argument. And it was written in the 90s, so I think some of the things are a little bit outdated, and I think that some of the concepts for a couple of the stories were a little bit overblown, which he actually, but I think that was kind of the intent of them. And he actually, talks about that at one point in the book. He starts the story and then he talks about the story and about why he wrote it the way he did. And so yeah, it really it gave me some insight. I think unfortunately, it still does treat black people as a monolith and white people as a monolith. And I think sometimes, at least in, my humble opinion, I'm not a Harvard Law professor, but it seemed like it kind of confused white people in general with politics, and which is different. And I think that there are, not to use the word, not to conflate, but there are still some areas of systemic racism, but not, I think, in the way that one would have you believe. He talks a lot about a deep distrust of the government, which I don't blame him. Considering everything that has been done to black people through the government over the years, since the inception of the country, really. That's not to say that it's this, kind of this thing that all Americans have, this deep distrust of government, but also we do still appreciate how the government was set up, and that what it strives to be, but the people running it aren't necessarily so trustworthy, maybe is how to put it. Kind of the way of all governments, I suppose. But so he does there's this deep distrust for government, but there's also this deep distrust of free markets and capitalism, which I find kind of kind of at odds, because I would like, if you distrust the government, why do you want the government to give you things? That's what I don't understand about like a lot of this like kind of critical race theory stuff, is like there's this, you know, this country has always done wrong, so let's make government bigger and make everyone more dependent on it. That doesn't really make sense to me. But anyway, but I did like the insights into the psychology of everything in this book. I'm kind of talking bad about it right now, but I actually really did enjoy it. You know, I enjoyed some of the stories more than others, but I thought that it was really good, and I think it's a good read, and I would recommend it to, I would recommend it, period. I thought it was good. So that is my assessment, pretty much, of Faces at the Bottom of the Well, and I definitely have a great deal of respect for Derek Bell and what he did. He, you know, I think he's one of the like founders of the critical race theory school of thought, and I think that what it has become is not necessarily what, at least from what I got out of this book, it's not necessarily what was intended when it was started. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn there, but that's kind of like, that's just what I got from reading this book and what I got out of it. But anyway, so I would recommend this book. I enjoyed it, and it did give me a lot to think about and a lot to kind of mull over, and I enjoyed the conversational sort of feel to it. So that is that book. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, please share it. And next week I'll be back with a something having to do with fitness, physical fitness. And if you have any questions, tomorrow is question of the week. So if you have any questions, please, you know, comment below with any fitness related questions, and I will, you know, pick one to answer. And you can find me on Facebook and Instagram as well, Westfold Health and Fitness. And I will see you all next week. Bye.